You meet your 13-year-old self, but you can only tell them 3 words. What do you say and why? Drugs ruined you. Never start gambling. She won't change. Don't fucking smoke. Stop copying others. Hug your dad died when I was 18. Yes, Kimmy, California. My sister wanted to move to California near where I was living. My life was really complicated at the time and I really discouraged it. My marriage was a mess and I was afraid it would make it worse. She stayed where she was. About a year later she was killed by a drunk driver. My marriage ended. I would do literally anything to still have my sister here. Stay off ATVs. Rolled a 4-wheeler when I was 16. Left leg has never been the same. Don't forget about liberals. What's your most time with the conservatives on this opinion? Biden is too old. Chuck Grassley said Department of Defense spending is out of control and they have never even able to pass an audit to show where the money goes, and every contractor goes over budget. There is no accountability. He was right. Sitting members of Congress and their immediate family should be banned from trading stocks. Requiring ID to vote is fine. But IDs should be free, automatically issued when a person turns 18, and easy to replace at multiple government agencies like the post office or town hall, not just at DMVs. China's currency and trade manipulation is out of control and needs to be reined in. The media can't be trusted. There are too many agendas and too little expertise in the talking heads we see on cable. Presidents are getting too old. If someone breaks into my house, I have every right to defend myself. My home is where I run to, not from. Non-Americans of Reddit, who is the most famous person from your country? That low-cost cosplay dude. Bjork, and it's not even a competition. Her dad likes all my Facebook posts. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of the ones still alive, that is. Mia Khalifa. Probably Pele, Pablo Neruda, Pedro Pascal, Nelson Mandela, Steve Irwin, Cristiano Ronaldo, Albert Einstein, Harold Bluetooth Edit. Other people have come with Hans Christian Andersen, who I forgot about, Mads Mikkelsen, of who I only know 2 movies he is in, Niels Bohr, who I considered, Tycho Brahe. I only ever hear my dad mention him on the Tycho Brahe days. Bjorn Stroustrup, inventor of C. Edit 2. Ol rumor. A. Dracula? Russia just hit Poland with missiles. Do you think that this is the start of something huge? Why or why not? It's like when you throw something at your sibling and unintentionally hit your mom, and then you're frozen waiting to see if she's gonna get your dad to beat your ass. It always starts in Poland. While regrettable and technically an act of war, I doubt it will escalate. Based on the level of buffoonery and incompetence the Russian military has displayed the past 6 or 7 months, I think the world knows that whoever launched the rocket had zero clue as to where it was going. Probably even more advanced weapons for Ukraine. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Russia. What is the first thing you think of when you think about the American South? My in-laws are Cajun swamp people. They own 20 acres of swamp and they all have a small hut they live in on the property. That's what I think about. We're foreigners who just did a big road trip through the South country music. There were like 20 radio stations just for country moonshine, fried chicken, biscuits, barbecue. Churches everywhere. Even though I'm from NC, for some reason when I hear about the South I think of Georgia Lowell. Next thing that comes to mind is fried chicken and sweet tea, followed by Bojangles. This humid air. Can't stay dry for 5 minutes out here. Y'all. Waffle House. Bless your heart. As a non-American I just thought of Spanish moss hanging from big gnarly trees on a warm humid afternoon. Sounds quite peaceful, really. The look of resentment people give me when they learn I'm from Alabama. Cornbread. Religion. What job contributes nothing to society? Extended warranty call center. Telemarketing phone scammers. Admissions counselor for unaccredited schools. In the US, PBMs, pharmaceutical benefits managers. They drive up medical costs while simultaneously telling your doctor what you can't have. They make no contribution to your well-being and produce nothing of value. Megachurch scam pastors. Telemarketing. How they stay in business is beyond me. No one I know picks up their phones for unknown numbers. And even my phone will warn me that they're a spam risk. In the off chance that anyone actually does pick up, the moment they realize it's just someone trying to sell them something, then they'll immediately hang up. Who are they selling to? Ticket scalper. Journalists who write clickbait articles, page after page of deliberately prolonged text and ads. What's your current addiction? I can't stop daydreaming while listening to music. I love creating scenario in my head. Nicotine, the gym, and being on my fucking phone all day. My effing phone. Fast food. That shit is hard to get off of. Caffeine and THC. I cannot stop eating samosas. I tend to hyperfixate on whatever game I am currently playing. I will play it to death. I'll grind for weapons and achievements. All my free time goes to 100 the game. On 5-5 the next game comes out and I drop whatever I am working on to immediately rinse, wash and repeat. You could say I have impulse control issues when it comes to games. Grimacing face. Thumbs up. I kicked Takis by moving to a country that doesn't sell them. It was the only way. This fucking phone. Social media and Reddit. Who had the biggest fall from grace in history? Jimmy Savile. Mega famous UK radio DJ and TV presenter. Did a ton of charity work. Was a knight of the realm. Post-death, he was revealed to be a massive pedophile, protected and ignored by those around him for decades. Edit Savile, not Savile. Robespierre, Bill Cosby. OJ has to be up there. Jared Fogle. Roses are red, violets are glorious, don't try to surprise. Pistorius or Icarus. Chris Benoit. He was famous as a pro wrestler until he murdered his wife and child. Jim Jones. He originally stood up for civil rights, then he became a cult leader. From a civil rights leader to cult murderer who was responsible for more than 900 deaths. Americans of Reddit. What is the worst big city in the USA and why? Bakersfield. Bakersfield or Fresno. Pretty sure the devil has part-time vacation homes in both of them. Bakersfield, California. Nothing but meth and strip malls. Scrolled through and did not find my edit. For those that asked, it's Chicago. Hey, I never said it's the best, I just did not find it mentioned as the worst. I'm from Montana. What's a big city? Lol, smiley face. Eased, stopped once for gas. Didn't think I was going to make it back on 55. I live in such a nothing-ass state. I know none of Arkansas cities will be in here because this state is so irrelevant. Stockton, Fresno, Bakersfield. I haven't been to every city in the US. But Baltimore could use a little cleaning up since we're on the subject. What's the most overrated drink? Martinis. They will call anything a martini. If any bar serves 30 types of martinis, that means their customers don't actually like a martini. The cask of Amontillado. It sounds appealing, but you'll probably be walled in for drinking it. Edit for anyone needing an explanation. Link. Slurm. Ipecac. Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. Fight Milk. The first alcoholic dairy-based protein drink for bodyguards by bodyguards. I drink it every morning so I can fight like a crow. In reality it's a diarrhea drink that made Cerrone and Felder shit and vomit their brains out. And it's not the official drink of the UFC. G Fuel is just caffeinated Kool-Aid. You kids are getting ripped off. Not a huge fan of cum. Negronis Bagliato with Prosecco in it. Four Loko. People drank it all the time in high school and it tastes like ass. Starbucks coffee. Burnt is not a flavor. What pseudo-fact do you wish people would stop using? Natural Safe. Looking at your vitamin supplements. Fun fact: pseudo-facts were originally called factoids because they're not facts but resemble facts, and therefore factoid. Factoid is now used to describe trivial facts. Einstein failed math. No, he mastered calculus by the time he was in middle school. Big feet, big penis. I've disappointed so many. They smile when I take off my shoes and sigh when I take off my pants. That hair and fingernails keep growing for a couple of weeks after you die. No, they don't. Your skin starts receding, creating the illusion of hair-nail growth. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. That we eat 8 spiders a year. Parents used to tell me that it's illegal to drive with the inside lights on in the car. Can't believe I believed that shit until I was like 17. The Great Wall of China can be seen from space. What's one moment you found yourself asking yourself, what the hell am I doing with my life? When I had to move several bags of trash out of my shower so I could clean myself, only there wasn't really any space to put them because more trash bags. Granted, I was living in a really tiny space, but this was the moment I stopped and really had to think for a moment. Started on antidepressants a couple months later. It's most days honestly, but most recently when looking into buying a house. The advice was to make sure you are good with being there at least 5 years before wanting to move or it's a bad decision, and it got me thinking about my job and social situation and all that. Basically it came down to I don't even want to be here tomorrow, but I'm sort of okay with it, and I realized that describes most of my life. I don't really like it, but I can put up with it. When I woke up one day and realized my life is exactly the same as it was 10 years ago,